Well, hello there, and welcome to episode 143 of the Unfuck Your Biz podcast. So today we have a pretty simple question that we're going to answer. If you're new to our Tuesday episodes, the way this works is that every Tuesday, I or one of my guests answers a question from my Facebook group, Braden's Besties. So if you haven't joined, go to Facebook, join the group, Braden's Besties, and you'll be prompted to share a legal or tax question you have in small business. And we may just choose your question to answer here on the podcast. So today's question is pretty simple. And the question was just, how do I file taxes? There are probably a lot of different ways, a lot of different directions I could go in answering this, but I'm going to use it as a shameless opportunity to self-promote and actually a free program I have for you all, so I shouldn't feel so shameless about it really at all. It's a free program called the Tax Challenge. Pretty simple. It's 5 days worth of exercises and recorded Q&As. So last year, I ran this as a live program. I recorded all the Q&As and I uploaded them to the course. It's basically like a little course that you're going to get access to. So in this episode, I'm going to share with you what the process is in the Tax Challenge. Hopefully you'll sign up. You'll find it most helpful. But even if you don't sign up, you should find this informative. So this is what I recommend. Step one, or day one in the challenge, you're going to gather all your documents. So you want to gather all your bank statements. If you have any 1099s, like 1099, we're calling them 1099 Next this year, non-employee compensation. So 1099 NECs, in other words, maybe people are calling them that, I don't know, that you've received from other people. If you have 1099Ks from PayPal or Stripe or any other payment processors you use in business, you'll want to get those. And you're just going to gather all these documents in one spot, put them in a binder or in a folder, get them handy. Day two, or step two, is to really learn and understand your deductions. So this really sets it up for days 3, 4, and 5 in the challenge. If you're just getting ready for tax season yourself, this might be a less formal step, because this step's just really about education and knowledge, understanding what you can deduct on your tax return. So step 3, or day 3, you're going to separate your expenses. So what I have students do is to go through all the bank statements and just to make sure that everything on those bank statements is business related. So hopefully at this point you have a business bank account and you have a personal bank account. So everything that's coming in and out of your business bank account should be business related, but you still want to check all the transactions just to make sure. If you haven't separated your banking, tisk, but what you'll do in that case is get all your personal bank statements, and you'll want to highlight anything that's business related. So you can see already why it's so important to have a business bank account. It really just makes our lives a lot easier. Step 4 is to make sure that you've sent out any 1099s. Hopefully you've already sent those out because they were due February 1st. But if you haven't sent them out, you will need to keep in mind that you will pay a penalty for sending them out late, but you will need to do that because it's legally required if you meet the requirement obligations. And then step 5 is to do your bookkeeping. So this challenge, this process is really designed for people who haven't set up something like Quickbooks or Wave. They don't really have a system in place yet. So instead, I provide a spreadsheet to help you do your bookkeeping. So it's a good option if you're relatively new in business or just need to get caught up for last year before implementing a more sophisticated system for this year and beyond. So you'll get the spreadsheet template. You're going to take those bank statements that you've already gathered, and then you're going to write down all of your income and expenses and categorize them to then make your tax return very simple. And once you go through these steps, in 5 days, the goal is it takes less than a half an hour a day. You'll be ready to file your tax return by either filing it yourself or sending it off to an accountant. So that's the steps and process I recommend. If you want to go sign up for the tax challenge and get all the free videos and the free support docs that I've created for it, you can go to www.bradendrake.com/tax challenge. I will also be sending an email about this, and we'll be sharing about it in the Facebook group. So stay tuned, and I hope to see you in the challenge.